All right, we got the patch notes for patch 0.1.0D. This is the one that includes a lot of the changes to dodge rolling and a lot of other things. So first up, passive block chance now applies to blockable hits from all directions as opposed to hits just from the front. I presume this is how it should have been working always, but very, very good change for block builds and people stacking passive block. Player size is now set to 0 units while dodge rolling instead of 1. So this is the major improvement to dodge rolling and not getting locked into packs of monsters. Let's actually test this out. I've heard it described as by Ziggy D. He described it as butter slugging. It says you feel all slippy slidey. So I'm just gonna go in a low area. All right, here's a nice pack of monsters. Let's see. Okay, surround me, please. There we go. All right, we are fully locked in. Can we... Oh, that's so much better. That is so much better. Yeah, so in here... Huge improvement there. Normally you would be stuck like this and you just could not get out, but now you can just butter slug through them. Okay, dodge roll fixed. Obviously, you're not going to be able to slide through really big monsters, but just for those little small packs, that is brilliant change. It feels so much better. All right, some smaller monsters can be pushed while dodge rolling. This includes monsters such as the Adorned Beetles in Keth, Inscribed Ultimatums, and Jin Barias now display whether you will obtain Ascendancy skill points upon completing the Trial of Chaos or Trial of Sekima, respectively. Okay, so we can check this out. So in my stash, I think I have a few of these. Completing this Ascension trial will not grant additional Ascendancy skill points. Okay, all right. Nice change there. Removed world map pins for encounters that were not specific locations in areas, i.e. from monster drops. Okay. Yeah, that's probably something to do with just quest tracking. And that has been quite buggy. Improved attack in place behavior. I've been playing WASD. I haven't been using attack in place, so presumably that's good. And now, some nerfs. Rain of Arrows and Firestorms now have a hit rate limit to prevent case of them absolutely obliterating very large bosses. This will have little to no impact outside of boss fights with very little large hitboxes. Leech has been buffed. Okay. I was feeling like I was not even certain if Leech was even working, so hopefully this is going to make Leech actually feel like it is working. A lot of people were complaining about it, so not sure what they meant by it has been buffed. These numbers are the same, but would be nice if they specified it. Bone Shatter now more reliably hits your targets. The duration of Armor Break has been increased to 12 seconds, previously 6. Brilliant. This is really nice. I was playing an armor break setup earlier when I was leveling, and like the window, you did usually have enough time, but sometimes if you had to like dodge roll out the way of ads during a boss fight, like the armor break would go. This is really nice. To improve performance, Incinerate now creates circular areas of ignited ground instead of segments. Control click shortcut can be used to open the currency exchange at the appropriate NPCs. That is nice. So for those of you who don't know, there are some additional functions you can get from NPCs. So if I control click this one, it'll open up her trade window. If I alt click her, it does nothing because she only has one function. However, this NPC has buy or sell items and disenchant. If I control click, it'll take me to the disenchant window. If I alt click her, it'll open up her buy or sell window. Same with the hooded one, by the way. This guy has several functions, so if I control click him, it'll allow me to automatically identify my items. You don't have to click and then identify, you can control click, and then for refund, you can alt click. So now for NPCs that would open the currency exchange, like I think Elva in the end game, you can just control click her to do that. Added a button to travel to the Trial of Chaos in the world map. Nice. This is just so you don't have to look for it. Travel to the Trial of Chaos. Nice. Hopefully they add one for the Trial of the Sekimas as well. Is there already one in Act 2? Nope. Okay, I'm sure that will come. Added 2D art for close combat. 2D art. Ascendancy is a keyword to explain Okay. So this is a keyword that you find on things like this over here, ascendancy points. And then it explains it. Set 3, completing floor 3 of the Trial of Sekhmet, or completing the Trials of Chaos with at least 10 trials. Okay, nice. That is a good change. Let's see. Search functionality for gem cutting and vendor inventories when using a controller. Gem cutting restrictions on gamepad. Supports for time of need. And then a few other things. Opening the trade site on consoles. Runes now sell to vendors for more gold. Okay, let's see. How much more gold are we talking? 30. That seems like it was the same. Was it 1 before? Updated art for reserved life and mana. Updated the description on runes to clarify that once socketed, they cannot be replaced. Yes, good. Also, let me replace it, please. Auras and curses that affect ally or enemy resistances now display values in the skill pop-out panel. Tweak to the audio of Kiwi Pet, Chimera Pet, and Baby Crowbell Pet. Alright, there's a whole lot of these little things, just like updating notes on skills. This is actually a good one. Update the description on Fiery Death Support to clarify that the supported skill does not need to kill the ignited enemy itself. I was actually using this gem and I wasn't sure about it, so I removed it. And I do still have it. Cool. That's a nice change. Reduce the defenses provided to monsters by the magma barrier modifier. Great. These things were so tanky while their magma barrier was up. Walking Goliaths no longer use their side attack if they are rares. Then, big things. Trigger gems and energy gain. Trigger gem energy gain was not in the right place and it was far too easy to use ailments to trigger spells. One problem with the previous system is that if we balance it to make triggering happen in boss fights, then the triggering happened far too often during clearing. So I think this had to do with the cast on Ignite SRS combo, at least from what I've seen, that was completely bricked, but maybe I haven't played this, so maybe look to folks like, I think Jung was using this setup, and this is probably also why it's being nerfed. So in order to address this, we are now making monster power part of the calculation for energy gain. This means that it's far easier to trigger skills from unique monsters than it is from normal monsters, but you also hit many more normal monsters when fighting. Yeah, another issue was using low-level skills with unconditional ailment applications such as Flame Wall to ignite enemies for triggering. In order to make the source of the ignite matter, we are making the energy gain be dependent on the strength of the ignite. We have also rebalanced all energy gain across the board. Is this very bad? I'm guessing it's going to bring it more in line, but I haven't been using these mechanics, so other people who are playing this will be able to test it and see if it's a complete brick to those certain builds. Some of those builds were ridiculous, like it was crashing servers level of overpowered, so hopefully this brings it in line, but I really hope that this isn't just going to kill certain clever mechanics that were functioning. I hope this is like a smart solution to that. Ultimatum Changes generally improve the balance across the board with ultimatum monsters, bosses, and modifiers, mostly targeting outliers that were too difficult and bringing them in line. All right, this looks good. I hope this feels better. A lot of the things that you would get in Ultimatum were just so brutal that it going through 4 or 8 different trials was very, very hard for a lot of builds. The monster density of Ultimatum encounters has been made more consistent. Stormcaller runes, blood globules, and heart tethers and imprinting doom rings no longer spawn while the player is on a left or near the altar in the Valsar core room. Thank you. This was so annoying. You're trying to do this like 15-second animation of like putting a thing in the hole, and then this thing comes on you and just like kills you. There's a lot of levers and things in PoE 2 with extremely long animations that I would prefer just are removed or made a lot shorter. Fix a bug where player minions would get stuck at the top of the lifts in the Trial of Chaos. Never happened to me, but I'm sure this is great for people that it did happen to. And then there are a whole lot of bug fixes. So check through these, see if there are things that affected you. Overall, the main thing is the dodge roll being fixed is this feels excellent now. there's a lot of other good things. And the bad stuff, this trigger, I don't know, check out what other folks have to say. But we are on day 5 or 6 now, and there are plenty of changes coming in. So if you are still worried about a certain thing, hold fast. I'm sure they are looking into it and it will be fixed. Give this game a bit of time. I just hope that they tone back the, you know, completely destroying certain skills and rather find other ways to get them to still function without just disabling them. So nice, sweet, go butter slug around the map. Have fun. I'm going to be live very shortly today. If you're watching this just after this video came out, that's going to be it. Have a wonderful day. Catch you soon, and bye-bye.